What is second chance theology, and is it biblical? Are you familiar with second chance
Well,
theology?
I don't know that I've heard the phrase or as such, but what it suggests is that when you die, your fate is not sealed,
Right.
but you get another shot.
Yeah, look up Revelation 20:14 because that's kind of the proof text
Oh,
for this view, but essentially you're correct. But they justify this apparently with the Book of Life in Revelation 20:14.
okay, let's go there and see what it says. Revelation 20, and just reading the verse now. Then death and Hades were thrown into the lake of fire. This is the second death. The lake of fire, okay. If that's their... it doesn't even seem to address it. I don't understand
The
how...
second death?
This is the second death, that's right.
There's a group that get a second chance for the second death after the first death.
Well, I have two things to say about that. I don't know how they get that from this verse. It's really, really a reach.
It's probably not a good idea to build such an important theology on a single verse, is it?
Exactly. And I have this basic kind of rule of thumb. Any doctrine that seems to take the wind out of the sails, so to speak, of the Great Commission, the immediacy of taking the offer of mercy in this life seriously, anything that seems to blunt that, I'm already suspicious of it. Mm-hmm. Whether it's universalism or whether it's inclusivism, the idea that, well, as long as you're following whatever religion you're following as best you can, then you're covered by the blood of Christ. So you don't need to believe in Jesus because you're already in, though you don't know it, or any of those other doctrines. All of those things that blunt the force, I think, of the Great Commission, the immediacy, the intensity of it, the kind of energy that we saw the apostles demonstrate in communicating the gospel, even under tremendous threat to their physical well-being. If we have any doctrine that seems to undermine that, I am deeply suspicious of that. And so here is a point of view. Don't worry, you get a second chance. Or baptism for the dead, the LDS practice, would be another example. Well, they get a second chance. Well, look at it. Says it's
probably
appointed.
The least of their problems.
Yeah, that's correct.
Their theology.
That's right. I agree. But that would be an example of what I'm talking about. It says in Hebrews, it is appointed for men to die once, and then comes the judgment. And I don't think it means immediately when you die you get judged. It means you have one time to die, and the next important thing on the schedule is the judgment. No second chances. Think about Jesus talking about the rich man and Lazarus. He gives this, whether it's a parable or account or whatever, it's hard to determine, but it certainly is meant to communicate something accurate about the afterlife. Here is the man who died, and he is in torment, the rich man, in torment, while the poor man in the bosom of Abraham is receiving comfort. And the rich man in torment is asking, please, just to have his lips touched with water so that he can be relieved of some of this torment, or at least go back and tell my brothers what awaits them. And the answer that Jesus gave is, even if somebody rises from the dead, that is not going to be enough to convince some non-believers. And so
sufficient opportunity is not our problem.
That's right. That's right.
As though we needed a second chance.
If there was a second chance, why didn't Jesus bring it up in that kind of illustration? And so when there are no other passages, I'll finish quickly here, no other passages that suggest such a thing but seem to suggest the opposite, and the only one that is being pressed into service is so wildly vague, I don't think we have to take this point of view seriously.